For more on this, let's bring in Ted Williams, former D.C. homicide detective and a Fox News contributor. I just feel like every single time we talk about this, the numbers just go up and up. Just this weekend alone, 39 people killed due to gun violence, 13 in Philadelphia alone, including a father and son that had just left a barbecue, and their car was shattered in bullets. Chicago, 8 dead. Oklahoma, 1 killed, 7 injured at a shooting at an outdoor festival in New York City. At least 3 killed at a horrifying new video of a man randomly stabbed here in the city. I mean, it's just never ending. Why the spike in crime, you think?
It's out of control, Julie. I predict a long, hot summer. But I would like to just go back for a second to your co-host Bill Hemmer and something that he said about New York, and I agree with him. And that is the mayor of New York should get down in that transit system with television crews on a daily basis. And I think that would also actually help to quell some of the crime in that transit subway system. But I got to tell you, I think what law enforcement officers are going to have to do are executives, and that is they're going to have to be proactive. If I was them, I would bring in old clothes units. I would get the men and women out of uniform, and I would have them to flood the zone, flood these communities. That is what is going to be needed. But Julie, earlier you all showed a smash and grab.
Yeah.
And did you look and did you see how casual these individuals was during the course of stealing in that store?
They don't care.
They've got to do something to bring that under control.
No, that's the problem.
Yeah,
they don't care.
care.
They don't think that there's any repercussions. And if they do get arrested, which obviously, they do face arrest, they're going to be out within, if not hours, a day. And that is it. And yeah, I agree with you, and I agree with Bill. And he's maintained this for quite some time, that the mayor here in New York City needs to go down and get in those subways and actually show some kind of presence, bring cameras, whatever. But not only that, I just want to see this guy actually do less talking and more acting, because I'm not really seeing that. And this city needs it. And it's not just this city. It's every Democratic-led city in this country.
Julie, you've just spoken to the frustrations of citizens around the country. I think, again, if they saw more proactive policing in their communities, they themselves, meaning the citizens in these communities, would help police officers. Get them out of uniform. The crooks, you gotta make the crooks feel uncomfortable. When you look at that smash and grab, that tells you that they do not feel uncomfortable. They don't give a damn. They go in, take their time, steal as much as they want. That's what is needed in this city. But I'm telling you, I anticipate a long, hot summer, Julie.
Yeah, I mean, and that is unfortunate because that's when people have way too much time on their hands, and it's already happening, and we're not even in June yet. New York City up 38%, Chicago, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, I mean, all up staggering amounts as we had the numbers there on the screen. New York City transit crime in 2022, 946 instances compared to 613 instances in 2021. Plainclothed cops, but just more, I guess, respect needs to be out on the streets, because that's the problem. No matter how many cops you have out there, there has been a practice here in New York City and in many cities across the country about police reform and stripping them of their duties and leaving it up to the civilians. Well, look where that's gotten us. Nowhere.
Nowhere. And as a result of that, we've got a lot of police officers, good police officers, who have left these various forces, and they've left a void. So you've got to try to find a way to fill that void. I've suggested over and over that they go to the military bases and recruit police officers from military bases. Yeah. But we're in trouble. Yeah. We're in trouble, Julie.
Yeah, and you know what? Just one last thing. I think every mayor in every Democratic city that obviously is not working, talk to the cops. The cops are the ones that know. These elected officials making decisions about law enforcement, to me, is just growing tiresome. Talk to the cops on the street, the detectives, the NYPD, the anti-terrorism unit. Talk to them and find out what is lacking, and they will tell you. And they've got plenty of solutions. They just need to be heard. Ted Williams, thank you very much for talking to us. Appreciate it.